Alright folks, I'm back. This is Ian with Motorcycling, and I have another review for you today. Today I'll be talking about the Alpinestars SMX 6 ventilated boots. Not the waterproof boots, but the ventilated ones. This is part of the summer collection that I purchased last year. I bought this with a pair of Alpinestars Cellar leather gloves, and I also purchased this with an Alpinestars GP Plus R perforated jacket. So I figured I would do the review and round it out with finishing off with the boots. I bought these boots to kind of match with my red, white, and black theme. So of course these boots are a lot whiter. I did clean them before putting on here. Didn't scrub them as well. So they are clean. You can see the bottom of the soles here, fairly clean. Before I put on this chair, so no worries there. I'm going to do an overview of these boots, and then I'll talk about some of the reasons why I purchased these boots, like in most of my reviews here. And then I'll point out any knickknacks and whatever little pickiness I have about the boots as I go along. So just a little bit of background. I wear a size 7 in men's and a size 8 in women's. So these boots are a size 39, which is about equivalent to a size 6 in men's. So they are fairly small boots, but they actually did fit me very well. Very snug fit. I absolutely love them. Alright, so going on from there, let's start from the bottom here, the sole itself. It's a slick sole. It's meant for sport bike riding, or more than anything, I wear it on my Harley, which is probably the weirdest looking thing in the world. But I like them so much I didn't really care. Eventually I will find a bike that matches the gear that I wear, but in the meantime I'm gonna wear it on my Harley. I am working on buying some gear that matches my Harley, just not this season probably. So starting from the sole, it's a very slick sole. It actually does grip pretty well on the pegs on my Harley. So it's not the most rugged looking sole, but it's actually very functional. Moving up from there, we have a slider right here, and these sliders do come off with a little bit of a Allen wrench right in there. So these are removable and interchangeable, and they're pretty much replaceable. They're not a titanium slider or anything like that, like my other boots from Dainese. They're TPU, but you can see I've nicked a few things on here already. Moving up from there, we got some more TPU. This is a hard part right back here, and that pretty much holds my ankle in place, the bottom of my foot in the back, and that functions very well. The boot overall is I think it's $269 when I purchased it, and for that price, it's a fairly good boot. I don't know if, for those of you who go on the track on weekends, I would purchase this boot. I don't think it has enough protection, because right here you have this ankle protection right here, but this right here, as we move up, this accordion panel right here does give you protection, but it's not enough TPU protection in my opinion. It's very ventilated. It's really good for summer boots. But right here we have some ventilation right here, but it's not the accordion. I think I would rather have some kind of much more protection right here. So moving on from there, you have another piece of TPU, and this helps flex a little bit but still hold the ankle in place. So you can see the accordion flex right there. This holds the ankle upright, so this is one of their newer technologies on these boots. This piece right here holds the ankle in place, and on the other side it doesn't really have the same piece to hold. It's just on this side. It functions very well. When I wear it, I do feel that my ankle is held in place and it's not going to bend in any shape or way or anything like that. From there, it connects to another hard piece of TPU all the way around in the back here to hold the back of the calf of the boot. And it also has this big giant injected TPU for the shin. This is the reason why I buy these boots even though I ride a Harley, is because I'm always afraid of getting shin damage. And for some reason, the only way I can buy a pair of boots that has decent shin protection are these kind of boots. They don't, some of the Harley boots, or some of the boots that are meant for the V-twin riders, they don't really have a big giant piece of plastic like this to protect the shin, and I'm all for that, and that's why I keep buying these boots. So from there, we go down, and you see there's another accordion panel just like the back right here. Lots of perforation. This black part right here also has perforation. It's just leather. There's another TPU type piece right here. This is for the pegs, for the shifter, and that's been working really well. There's barely any scuff marks on it, and I've ridden all year last year, and there's barely any scuff marks on it. So this is really nice to prevent wear and tear on the bottom of the boot right here. I really like that. I like the little hints of red accents right here. Moving on from there, it's all the leather wrapped around. You can see it's really dirty. This is from riding a lot, and then this Velcro actually opens up, and this is how you access the boot. This is how I get my giant leg in and on the boot. So there's a zipper right inside of there. They are YKK zippers, which is nice. This little flap right here is Velcro on both sides, just so it holds it in like that, so it keeps it from flapping around like this thing right here. So I think that's a really nice touch right there. And then of course these big Velcro pieces. There's another big Velcro piece right here, zipper right here, and this is how you put the boot on and off. This is also a mesh material, and it only comes in the vented boots. In the non-vented boots, this mesh material would not be here. It would be a kind of a waterproof lining instead of this vented mesh material right here. This mesh material it's fairly comfortable, but I don't think it would be I wouldn't say it's the most comfortable mesh material in the world. It works for what it is. It's still a comfortable boot. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it doesn't scuff. This up part right here, I wish there was more of a neoprene or more of a felt material up here, right up here, so it's not rubbing down my leg as much, but it's not bad. And it does keep my leg feel comfortable. I don't feel like I have a hard rock rubbing on my leg or anything like that. So that's a good thing. So that's the inside of the boot. It's very simple, nothing crazy going on there. There's another piece of TPU accent right here on the bottom of the leather. So there's that flap right there. So basically that's how you get the boot on and off, is through that interior part of the boot. Some of the reasons why I purchased this pair of boots. Number one, I wanted to get a little bit of more ventilation compared to my other boots. So this boot definitely achieved that. It's $269. It was definitely cheaper than some of the Dainese boots that I've purchased. So for the price, I thought it was really good for the price, along with the looks. It had enough protection for what I was doing. I wasn't doing a track day or anything. I wanted ankle protection, and I wanted shin protection, and I wanted a slider of some kind. So for $269, it came out to a great value. There's some mesh material on here. Plenty of ventilation in these boots. I will tell you, this boot will ventilate. So if it's a little cold outside, I would not wear these because your feet will be cold. I wanted, also another reason is I wanted the color scheme to match my outfit, and I figured I'll try it out. And then another reason is this was an opportunity for me to try a different brand, just like everything else that I've reviewed today. And so figured give Alpinestars a try. One of the things, so those are some of the reasons why I purchased these boots. I felt that basically everything I've purchased from Alpinestars right now has been a best value, bang for the buck, and they've delivered that, and it looks fantastic. I mean, these boots, they look fantastic. Some of you might find it ugly, but so far my gloves, my jacket, and my boots, I find them till they look very good to me. So with that being said, I do have some nitpicks about these boots. Number one, the slider is great, except it's very bulky. I think I wish they made it just a little bit more slim, a little bit more streamlined with the boots, so that it wouldn't look so bulky. I mean, it is bulky, but you know, that's really what comes with the boots. I wish there was a bit more red, just a slight bit more red. I think the number of accents is really nice, but I think maybe a little bit of red right here would be a little bit nicer. I'm not entirely sure. So white, red, and then black. I think that would make the boot look really good. Again, these are my nitpicks only. There's also the little kind of vent right here, by the way, just to let you know. One of the things that I experienced with these boots over the summer is that this piece actually has a little bit of a bolt that holds this onto the boot itself. The bolt actually came off. So I actually had to contact Alpinestars, because it's still under warranty, and tell them that little bolt underneath actually undone itself. I don't know what the word is, but it basically just came off, and this was really loose, and you can, this piece of flap was flapping off of the of this piece of TPU. But as far as customer service goes, they were fantastic. They just asked me to send the boots back to them. Sent me a prepaid postage label, and all I had to do was put it in the box, put the label on, and send it to UPS, and they fixed it and sent the boot back to me, and it's been fine ever since. So that's really the only con that I've experienced with it, and I read online, and that was the number one thing. So you might experience that, but Alpinestars will take care of you if you are worried about that aspect. They will take care of it, so that's something to keep in mind. I don't like entering this side right here. I think I would have preferred this being in the back, but again, the whole idea was to give protection in the back, so it was very hard for them to do this in the back. But I mean, I got used to it, entering in and out of this thing. It wasn't too bad. The zipper, sometimes I feel like when I'm walking, the zipper's kind of bends a little bit, and I'm afraid I'm going to ruin the zipper. But, you know, it still holds up. It's a YKK zipper, and it's still holding up just fine. So that's the only concern I have. But otherwise, overall, it still functions very well. This up here at the top opening, I have a really big calves. That's the curse of being Asian, is having big, giant calves. And this doesn't really fit very well up here. As a matter of fact, when I wear it, this is how it looks, like that. So to keep that in mind, if you have really big calves, this might not fit as well up here. Otherwise, down here it fits perfectly fine. Alright, that is my overview of the Alpinestars SMX 6 boots. It's been a really good value for me. Aside from this breaking, and I had to wait for a bit to get it fixed, but it's not a big deal. Alpinestars took care of it. If that's one of your concerns, that's something I want to make a note for you, that this might break off. It might be just the design, but they fixed it at no cost, so everything is good in the neighborhood. Okay, that's here with motorcycling. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you later.